The overall experience of this virtue journal was that I thought it opened my mind a bit more on virtues and how I should live my life through them. At first, when we were introduced to this journal, I thought this would be any other project a teacher would assign, and I didn't really think much of it. It wasn't until I actually started doing the journals when I realized how much more meaningful and significant they actually are. They made me realize how sometimes we live through the virtues without even realizing it, and sometimes we could go against them without even realizing that also. The virtues helped me question more about myself, and that there are certain aspects of myself that I don't even know yet. But with these virtues, I can unlock features of myself that I didn't know were possible. Even though we only had to do these journals for only about a week, I'll still try my best to live through these virtues and becoming the best version of myself. This would improve my relationship with God, family, and friends, since I would be able to become a better person through these virtues.
I chose the virtue of industry. The virtue of industry means that lose no time, be always employed in something useful, and cut off all unnecessary actions. I chose this virtue since I do a lot of things that are a waste of time and are not useful, such as procrastination, sleeping late, not putting in effort in my schoolwork, being unkind to others, and not being the best version of myself. During this experience, I believe that I've grown in this virtue. Throughout the week, however, I had difficulty in doing so, since all that I did that was not useful was such a habit that it was difficult to change. However, I was able to overcome those challenges by taking it one day at a time and going at my own pace. Throughout the final days, I was regularly able to show industry and using my time more wisely. This helped me become a more efficient and better person. This virtue also helped me become more the best version of myself, and thus created my connection with God, my family, and friends. Overall, the virtue of industry has helped me become a better person, and that I will definitely live out this virtue in the future. The most difficult part of this project was either time management or living out the virtue I want to work on the most. The reason why I said time management was because sometimes I would have other homework or projects to do, and since we had to do this journal every day, I would sometimes lose motivation in doing them. Overall, they've become more of a habit and they became easier to do over time, which helped me with time management. Another difficult thing about this project was living out the virtue I wanted to work on the most, which was industry. Since I can sometimes be lazy and procrastinate, I found it difficult at first to commit to the virtue of industry. I had to mentally challenge myself to live out that virtue and train my mind to overcome such obstacles and challenges that came my way. In the end though, I was able to overcome those obstacles and I was able to fully live out the virtue of industry. Even though the first part of the virtue journal was difficult, over time I was able to overcome those challenges and obstacles by actually living out the virtue of industry. Something I learned about myself throughout this virtuous journey is that if I want to accomplish something and put my mind to it, I'll be able to live more virtuously. The reason why is because throughout the virtue week, I felt like I accomplished something that helped me grow closer to God. That connection was fueled by the virtue of industry and my willpower to live through that virtue. That virtue helped me learn that I should use my time more wisely and be more productive. I also learned to be more kind and caring to others, since that is more productive than being mean or doing nothing for your friends. By doing all of that, I would be able to accomplish so much more and be able to become the best version of myself. I encourage others to also do this virtuous challenge and to live at least one of the virtues so that they can grow as a person. Overall, virtues help people develop who they really are and help them become closer to others and to God. In conclusion, what I've learned throughout this virtuous experience is that I can accomplish anything and be closer to others and to God when I am virtuous.